Good morning, Bob Sokoler, Louisville Real Estate Show, News Radio 840 WHAS. Hello.
Hey, Bob, this is Mike.
Yeah.
New to buying a home. I've been renting all my life, so help me understand what an agent, broker, loan officer, attorney, inspector, and appraiser do.
Okay.
What's the difference, and which one of these do I need?
Okay, so
do I pay for?
It's a great question, and let's hit all of them. Greg, you want to start with a real estate agent?
Well, and just to touch one of my good friends who's been renting forever didn't realize they could buy a house. So, first getting in touch with somebody to find out, hey, put you in the right direction. Let's get you set up with the lender. The lender is going to help you find out financing. So, getting the communication that we've talked about and having good communication with your agent, with your lender, again, all things that are in the mix. The lender is going to let you know about the appraisal process and how the next steps work. But really, the first thing is finding somebody who you're going to trust, who you can build that relationship with on that trust, because this is one of the biggest purchases you're going to make in your lifetime. It's a good place to start.
Yep. So that, and by the way, on a buyer's agent, you're not paying for the buyer's agent. The seller actually pays the buyer agent fee. So that's the first thing. The next thing would be a mortgage company, and we work with some great mortgage companies. They're the ones who are going to help you get the loan, check your credit, any outstanding debts, things like that. So that there are fees built into that, but that happens for any mortgage. Next, inspections. So guys, let's talk about what an inspector does.
Sure. Well, what the inspector is going to do is we're going to follow a set of standards as we go throughout the looking through about 16 areas of the house, looking to see whether or not the structure, all of the components are sound, whether they are satisfactory in operation and function. We're going to help them understand a little bit about the age of the systems, the HVAC, the roofs, other things that will be maintenance type of items in the future, and just really help them understand, really what's going on with that house. We want to do a proper introduction to that house, so there's really not any mystery. Once they're able to move into it, we want to help them. That dream home, we don't want it to become a nightmare after that they've moved into the home.
And the costs for the inspection vary based on square footage.
Yeah, it does. I mean, on average, you're looking roughly about $400 for the home inspection.
Right.
Just very generally.
And besides a home inspection, if you've got a basement, or even if you don't have a basement, if you're on a slab, you'll probably want a radon test, which is said to be the second leading cause of lung cancer. You'll want a termite. At least most mortgage companies will require, in some cases, you'll need a termite check to make sure there are no active termites or damage to the house from termites. In some cases, you might need a pool inspection if it has a pool, and some other various inspections, and each of those have a different cost. And then the next thing is the closing, and that's where you meet Chuck, Smiling Chuck.
Smiling Chuck. Oh, that makes me sound like a used car salesman.
Oh, no, okay, then just Chuck.
Yeah,
you
there
meet
we go.
Chuck.
Yeah.
I
make sure that when you walk out the door, you own a house free and clear of all liens and encumbrances, but except one, the mortgage. Mm-hmm. That's it. That's the main.
And who
function.
pays for your fee?
My fee is paid by both buyer and seller.
Mm-hmm.